Today we will be going through how to complete a tax file number declaration form. This form will help your employer to determine the amount of tax they need to withhold according to Australian Tax Office standards. The Australian Tax Office typically like to secure the money owed to them before the financial year has even ended and try to avoid having a large tax bill when you lodge your tax return. Be sure to use a blue or black pen and print clearly in block letters. Section A is to be filled out by the employee and Section B to be filled out by the employer. Section A, Question 1. If you already have a tax file number and you do not remember it, you can find it online in the ATO online services via your MyGov account. Other ways to find your tax file number could be from your last tax return, payment summary from your last employer, account statement from your super fund, or from your accountant. If you are in the minority and do not have a tax file number or claiming an exemption to not disclose a tax file number, then please go through the following 3 boxes and fill in the box that is most applicable to your current situation. Question 2 to 6 will require you to fill in your personal information. Question 7. You should know the type of payment you're going to receive from your job. Please go ask your employer if you do not know. Question 8. Your residency for tax purposes may not be the same as your citizenship or your visa status. On the second page of the tax file number declaration form, it will give you more information to try to help you navigate this question. Most people will be a tax resident in Australia because they live here permanently. If you have a working holiday visa, you must place an X in the working holiday marker box. Worker holiday makers will be charged a higher tax rate. If you are an overseas student doing a course for more than 6 months, then you may be eligible to tick the Australian resident marker for tax purposes. There is a tool from the Australian Taxation Office that you can use to help you determine your residency status. I will leave a link in the description below. I suggest you see a tax accountant if you're still unsure due to your current situation. Question 9. You will need to answer no here if you are a foreign resident or working holiday maker unless you are a foreign resident in receipt of an Australian government pension or allowance. Australia uses a progressive tax scale system for the purpose of taxing people. The tax-free threshold is the amount of income that the government have declared to be tax-free, meaning if you earn under the tax-free threshold, you will not have to pay tax on that income. Currently, the tax-free threshold is $18,200 for the 2022 and 2023 financial year. Any dollar earned above the tax-free threshold will be taxed proportionately. I will provide a link in the description below if you would like to see the income tax rates. You would want to tick yes here for the job that earns you the most amount of money. This way, your employer will withhold less money from your paycheck. If you know your total income will not go over the tax-free threshold, feel free to tick yes for all your jobs. Question 10. The question is asking if you have the following loans including Higher Education Loan Program, Vet Student Loan, Financial Supplement, Student Startup Loan, or Trade Support Loan. Your employer may need to withhold more money if you have loans under those categories, as a portion would be used to pay your debt and decrease the money you owe over time. The final part would be to sign the document and put in the date. Leave a comment below if you'd like to suggest a video topic I should cover.